it's Virginia and welcome to my second channel. So for today's video I am doing a blank or empty or unused journal collection, whatever you want to call it, because I have recently gotten into journaling and I've always kind of liked the concept of journaling, of being able to look back at the things that you write down, years into the future, years into the past, I guess. It's like you can be writing something down and then thinking about when you'll reread this in 3 years' time, or maybe you're rereading something that you wrote 3 years ago. I just really like the concept of it being a little bit of a personal textbook, I guess, of your life. Like an autobiography, I guess. Or is it biography? I think autobiography is the one that you write. Anyways, I'm rambling on about why I love journaling, but today's video is just my blank journal collection. So I am just going to get started with this blank journal collection. So here is my stack of unused journals. I think it's pretty big. Other people have much larger collections, but I actually have a couple of these that I'm about to start. I just wanted to include them in this video because I don't actually have that many and I didn't want it to be like a 4-minute video. So I'm just gonna get started. The first journal I have is this little purple one. It's about the size of my hand, and I recently got this from the thrift store. It was an art supplies thrift store, and it was a super cool little place to go, and it was only $2. It was in saran wrap, so it hadn't even been opened, and it's brand new, and it came with this little card that talked about the production of it, and it is a journal that is made out of recycled fabric scraps, so I'm thinking maybe like textile scraps from clothing factories perhaps, and it was handmade, or at least hand sewn, and the material is not fabric-y really. It almost feels like, I don't even know how to describe it. It kind of feels like egg cartons that are recycled, but like a little bit like softer, if that makes sense. It's this pretty lavender polka dot cover, and it looks like there's little pieces of grass in the cover and in the pages. I'm not sure if it's grass or if it's like parts of the fabric, but each page is unique and it's pretty thick, and it has these little, like I said, pieces of fiber or grass or something. And I don't think I would use this to write in it. I actually haven't even written in it at all yet. But what I think I'm going to do is use this for a daily like art journaling challenge that I found on Instagram. It's by the account Inspiring Journals. And I don't know if I'm going to do that. It's still July and that's for August, and I don't know if I'll have time, but I would really love to do that and to start that in here so I can have a dedicated little book for it. And also because the pages are small and I won't get overwhelmed. See, like, isn't this so cool? I love how this looks. But yeah, I'm so excited to use this. I just think it's such a unique little book, and it was recycled and it was super cheap and it came from the thrift store, so it's just like all the good things for the planet. So super cool little book right here. The next book I have is the Holy Meme Bible, and it is actually not a journal. I mean, I guess it is, but my sister actually bought this for my brother and I a couple of years for Christmas, and I didn't really appreciate it then, but I still had it on my bookshelf, and I was looking through this the other day and I was just laughing so hard at all these things. I guess a few years ago I just didn't know memes as well as I do now, which is honestly disappointing. I'm disappointed in my high school self. I thought I was quite the meme lord, but this is just so funny, and I figured I would show it just because it makes me laugh. And this would be such a fun thing to maybe even cut out some of these things and put it in a journal, or honestly just to complete this one day when you're bored or something like that. It's just a fun one. The next journal I have is super special, and actually it's upside down. It is this handmade journal, handmade by me. I made it following Snazzyavery's tutorial, and I will link her channel in the description box. But this journal is made out of 100% recycled or reused materials. So this fabric is from my grandmother's house. When she passed away, she had a lot of fabric, so my mom and I snatched it up, and so now we have a lot of fabric, and I was so glad I was able to use some of it. I used recycled cardboard. I even used like stuff from college mail, like plain, like this plain white. is a nice like cardstock that I had in a college mail that I saved. This folder is something that I watercolored just on a random piece of paper, and I didn't want to throw it away, so I taped it in here to make it a little folder. All of these pages, these big white ones, are from a sketchbook that was left over at the thrift store. I recently got a bunch of scrapbook paper at a Goodwill warehouse sale, and a lot of this paper was just like paper that was included in that, and it wasn't really scrapbook paper, or it wasn't full sheets of paper. But this I actually would like to become an art journal, and I know I just said that the other little one would be an art journal, but this one I'm thinking in mind as like a doodling or sketch journal. I mean, maybe a scrapbooking journal as well, but just something somewhere where I can be creative, because I would love to be creative. And I also am thinking about starting a bullet journal for 2021, and I would like to do some drawing practice before I start that, or even just to see if I would like to do a bullet journal. So I just have some pretty papers in here, and I hand sewed it myself. It's not perfect, it's not the best. The pages aren't the prettiest, but I'm really proud of myself for making this, and I am super excited for starting to use it. Yay! This next journal is super pretty, and I bought it on Amazon. I will put the link in the description. I think it was $10, which might be a little overpriced if you ask me. Well, I don't know, maybe not. I don't really buy journals that much, because like I said, I only recently got into it. But I had an Amazon gift card, and I was feeling very Catholic one day because I'm Catholic and I just love learning about Catholicism. I think the theology is so interesting. But I was looking for prayer journals, but like journals that just had pretty pictures on them, not like Bible verses or something. And I found this Notre Dame prayer journal, and I believe this is of the rose window. And one of the reviews said that this window was destroyed now from the fire last year. But I actually don't know. I heard that some of the historic windows like didn't get destroyed, but I'm really not completely sure. But this journal just is a Notre Dame journal. It says stained glass windows at Notre Dame Cathedral Journal, and it's got a shiny cover, and the pages are white and they are pretty wide ruled. It's not exactly a journal that lays flat, but it's also not a journal that like the spine won't move with you if you move it, I guess. Does that make sense? But I bought this specifically for the purpose of being a prayer journal, and I think I'm going to use this one next. I'm actually almost done with my current prayer journal. So this would be really great to take back to school because it's just smaller, and I would love to bring this into adoration, because that's one of my favorite places to prayer journal, when I'm just right in the presence of God. This next journal is from Peter Popper Press, and I also bought this on Amazon. I will put the link below, and it is the Universe Journal. This is so cool. I'm a history nerd. I'm actually a religious studies and history double major, so these two journals right here are just exactly my cup of tea. And this cover is from The Universe, or the Infinitely Great and the Infinitely Little, a layperson's encyclopedia of the sciences, by Felix Archimedes Poucher, published in London in 1870. I think that's so interesting, but I also just think that the cover is beautiful. Oh. On the top it says air, water, and fire, which is missing Earth. Poor Earth Kingdom. We love Avatar here. The bottom it has vegetable, mineral, and animal, so I guess mineral might be considered Earth, but like we don't got the perfect Avatar intro up at the top. And right here it just says the universe with one of these like globe earth kind of ball things. I don't know what these are called, but the size of the pages are gold, and it has the same design on the back with the sticker, and I will probably remove this and put it like on the inside cover when I start using it. But this also has gold paper on the inside, and the pages are kind of, I would say this is like wide rule. The lines are a pretty light gray, and I originally, it comes with a gold ribbon, and I originally was thinking I would use this as a personal journal, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use this as like a regular diary type journal, or if I also want to use this as a prayer journal, because it is also small and it's also so pretty, and I write a lot, so I feel like if I use this as a regular journal, I would just fly through it and I would make the pages look so much less pretty than they are. And like, I know that I shouldn't not journal because I don't want to mess up a pretty notebook, but I'm also thinking about using this as a prayer journal, either before or after this one, I'm not really sure. But yeah, so this is just a beautiful journal from Peter Popper Press. And then the next 3 blank journals I have are actually these composition notebooks that I got from the thrift store. And these were at the same time that I got this scrapbook paper that I used to make my handmade journal. They are just these used wide rule composition books. But the thing is, they really don't have much paper taken out of them. There are 3 of them and they are pretty dang thick. And I would just decorate the cover on my own. They are reused secondhand, so better for the planet. But also, they just have large pages and lots of pages, and I actually really like journaling in composition books for that reason, is just that there's a lot of space to write. After I found these, that's kind of why I was thinking maybe I would save this journal for a prayer journal instead of a regular journal, just because I would be able to write more in these and make them last longer, and they're not so special. So I think that these are definitely in line to become the next regular everyday journals. Oh no, this one's falling apart. Wait, hold on a second. I just saw this belonged to Joey, and I think he left something about electric eels in here, and I saw a drawing. Here it is. The football player. There the ball crack his skull broke bronc. Wow, that is very insightful, Joey. Well, this one looks like it's falling apart a little bit, which is kind of sad, but I'll be able to use this paper another way, I'm sure. So, these are the final blank journals I have. So that is all for my blank journal collection. I don't know when this is going up relative to the other videos, but I also am doing a current journal collection, and I'm also going to do a completed journal collection. Anyways, that was all for my blank journal collection. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and comment below which of these blank journals is your favorite. There are a few kind of random ones. I mean, we got this beautiful handmade recycled textile notebook. We've got the Holy Meme Bible, which isn't really a journal, but still is blank and makes me laugh. We got my handmade art journal. This one, I mean, I'm a little biased, but this is a personal favorite. And I mean, every Peter Popper Press book is just beautiful. So that's all for this video. Hope you have fun in your own journals, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!